Makinson, will he make it? From Phil from Kirby Lonsdale, who's an engineer, not a joiner like his dad. Hobbies are rock climbing, 32.72 and another 66 miles an hour. That's interesting. The two minis are both in the same speed. How fascinating. It's an ex-Mille racer, 1340cc. 54. This is a beautiful car. If you get a chance to look at the paddock, it's an absolute work of art. It's been taking 8 years to build it, mind you. 83 miles an hour through the trap and 29.16 for Giggleswick's most famous resident, Mr. Richard Hargreaves, who is now retired. He's been competing for 47 years, not in this car, this is new. Well, it's not new, it's 8 years old, it's only 8 to build it. It's a normally aspirated Cosworth engine, lot of power, but absolutely beautiful. Absolutely fantastic piece of engineering that. And we've got Gordon here from ProFlex. Oh, we've got somebody taking a little bit of a different route. Car 55, Bruce McKee, tried to go down the outside of the timing beams, but got back in again, fortunately out taking it out. But he's from Formby, so he's got an excuse, I suppose. His hobbies are cycling, well, maybe he should stick to that. Not quite 4 wheels off, but 2 wheels off on the inside of the exit of the hairpin, if that makes sense. Number 60, 82 miles an hour through the trap, 30.18, 30.18 for Mr. Moxham. How nice to see John back in his 205. It's an LED. That's Larton engine developments as opposed to Larton auto developments. That's young Larton's. It's modified and prepped by Andrew Larton. Here's our gentleman who's time attack. Very powerful and very noisy Honda. 85 miles an hour. 69 is the number, and it's 64 in your programme. The number is on the car anyway. So James Proctor, who's the owner of the VR Dining four-wheel drive rolling road in the north end of Kendal. He's did this event last year, his first time, and he was getting married the following day. So he says, happy anniversary, Fee. So Mrs. Proctor, if you're in earshot, he says happy anniversary. I'm still coming up to play. 61 miles an hour for car 57, 35.72. It's Hannah Speaks, who is one of just two ladies. She's only done one event. It's her first year competing. We'll not say how old she is, but she's young. It's a Toyota Peso 1500cc, and it's an ex-rallycross car, modified. 75 miles an hour for the Clio. 33.06. Mr. Hunt's going to say something to me. Well, that's right. Yes, yes, we've got a very considerable number of retired gentlemen. But yes, we've got one or two younger competitors, and Hannah is one of our younger competitors. 58 on the hill, coming up to the hairpin. 71 miles an hour for talking lady competitors is Angela Jones. 32.53 in a car that William Jarman, who will be seeing shortly, he's built that. William won't drive the car. Has come in his Cosworth, so that's when you get a choice. 61, 73 miles an hour through the trap. He's going to clock 31, going down, 32.01 for another youngster, Tom Smith, who's another of our M Sport. Is there somebody working at M Sport at the moment? Well, Fraser will go to tell us. They're very busy building Bentleys and Fiestas and things. Anyway, Tom Smith, 23, from Keswick. It's a Peugeot 106 Cup car. This lovely MGB now of Peter Sewell, car 65, to 67 miles an hour through the speed trap and clocks 34.36. 34.36 for Peter Sewell, who's a motor mechanic from Sunnybrow, just outside Bishop Auckland. And talking of Fraser Graham, here he is. Fraser, who's a customer advisor at M Sport. Fraser moves up. 77 miles an hour, 29.62. MG Car Club Cockshoot Cup specification car with a long history from the 80s, but I don't think Fraser's had that long. Fraser, a long-time competitor in Formula Fords. In fact, Fraser's car is in the hands of Graham Kerwin today. It has been for a few years. So that's Fraser Graham from Workington, working at M Sport. Here's Butterworth Senior, 83 miles an hour through the trap, and he clocks 28.7. So that's Simon, who's from, as his son is from Ramsbottom. He's the boss of Porsche Parts, who supply Porsche parts. Winton Motor Club Championship again. It's as we said with Ben, it's a 2001 Porsche Boxster, and it's a superb piece of kit. The aforementioned Mr. William Jarman. I have to say Mr. Is that high class. 87 miles an hour for William. 28.18 in the big Cosworth. He puts his occupation as a contractor. He actually owns a plant hire and contracting business. Been competing in motorsport for a long time. He's nearly 60. That's what it says on his commentary sheet, so I can only quote him. An old schoolmate, and I think he actually taught Malcolm Wilson to drive. Actually, that's what he tells us anyway. He's doing all sorts of championships. In fact, he's doing a lot apart from the Burt Hagley, even though it is you can't actually do that. Next up is Phil Griffiths in his. Mrs. Whittaker's just said, I think I can go faster than that. Maybe not in this Land Rover though, Christine. No, Phil Griffiths has he's done all sorts of things with this. It's beautifully prepared. It's an ex-Adrian Loxham car. 2 wheels it round the hairpin. It's not got a huge amount of power. He's basically entered it as a part of a challenge to compete and finish as many different motorsports as possible. 37 miles an hour through the trap, 52.27. Phil Griffiths, who now lives in Broughton-in-Furness, a reasonably near neighbour of Mr. Speakman. He's an ex-member of Clipper Lonsdale on the committee for a short while. Finding a little bit more rorty at 78 miles an hour. 75 is Chris Thomas from Morecambe. Glorious tail happy something. 30.46. Somethings are always tail happy. It's got a 2 litre of Vauxhall motor in that. Self-built, was prepared with the help of Mr. Ian Sibbott and OCC Motorsport. Not been competing for the last 2 years due to career change. He's now become an offshore crane operator, which intrigues me. I suppose he's sort of lifting windmills into the Irish Sea and things like that. Talking of rally drivers, Ashley Hodge, an organiser competing, works for Lancashire Brewery. Lives in Low Bentham. He clocks 80 through the trap, 29.43 for Mr. Ashley Hodge, who's had a play on this event a few times. Here's one of our quicker cars. This is 781. This is the Pilbeam. 103 miles an hour through the trap, but hard on the brakes for the hairpin. Power there, lots and lots of power. 27.47. So Douglas from Edinburgh, retired, just competing for fun. It's an MP43 sports racing car built in 1980. Yeah, 1980, that old. It's currently got a BMW V8 in it, that's why it sounds so glorious. 919 is the first of our Austins, it's the double-entered one. 54 miles an hour through the trap, 40.11. That's the last of the car in that batch. So that